How y'all doing? Whatever. So, this is my very first video recording, so things are gonna be a little bit shaky. And I'm just getting into the group of things. I usually just, record a little audio, post it, and do my thing. But people have been wanting me to, show my face. Because, I don't actually know. I'm just making something up. Well, I need somewhere to set my drink. I'll put it right here. Because I'm gonna be sipping. I also need to get my I Know That's Right, because that is one of my favorite things to do, is the Miss McSweetie, Miss McDonald's deal. She do that, I know that's right, and I'm obsessed with it. I don't like Sweetie like that, but I do love that sound effect. So we're gonna do that. Saw E.T. Okay. So we're gonna X out of you. I'll turn on my brightness. Okay, we got it. Perfect. And then we're gonna get, I have two sound effects I always use during my audios. If you actually watch my podcast, JusTea podcast, on all streaming platforms, you will know what I'm talking about. Ooh, the drink's hitting, excuse me. I do the Sweetie, I Know That's Right. And then I also do I hope it's still here. I hope it's still here. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Come on. That's the one. Okay, so those are the two that I use. So we have number one.
I know that's right.
Because I don't have a co-host all the time, and I need someone to bounce off of, so. And my new one that I'm going to introduce is very much like. Okay? Those are going to be my holy trinity. So, very much so, hi, my name, let me not bite off. So, I used to watch a lot of Zach Campbell, and he used to do the, hi, I'm Zach, nice to meet you. So, I'm going to say, how you doing? It's JusTea podcast on all streaming platforms. Literally all of them. If it's iHeartRadio, or Pandora, or Google Podcasts, or Apple Podcasts, or YouTube, or Spotify, or Pocket Bean, or Overcast, or Anchor, which now I guess is like Spotify for podcasters. Like, that's what the app does now. It doesn't say Anchor anymore, so I don't know what they're doing with that. But bottom line is, I literally talk about anything and everything that I want. I do the show myself. I sometimes have like a guest host. I've had Steffi, I've had Seven Taylor, which is a very talented artist. I've had like a bunch of people on the podcast. I'm Karma DeLay, a talented drag queen. Codenames podcast with the fact that like that one was probably my favorite because I had like a lot of fun. I love Codename podcasts. It's with a Z, Codenames. But if y'all could check them out too, like that'd be really cool. Seven Taylor just released a project and it's dope. Now, don't play with me, dog. You can come in when you get your introduction. He over here trying to jump the gun and trying to do too much already. He doing too much. But my name is Justice. I'm 27 years old as of July 10th. I'm a Cancer, but not in a terrible way. Y'all be judging Cancers. Like, I just always say, shout out to my stain on my shirt. I had a rough morning and a rough afternoon, but it was a good afternoon, so very much like, I'll down myself up next time. Because, like, I mean, I care about my presentation, obviously, as, like, a human, but I don't get too, like, wrapped up in that because I just keep it real. I don't edit my stuff like that. Like, I keep it very, like, how I talk to people is, like, how I want, like, the podcast to be. Like, I don't just sit there and just be like, I don't do all that. So, normally, like, I'd be like a snack. So, today I'm just looking like, like a, we'll go with, borderline entree, but like not there yet. So next time I'll get all dolled up and y'all get to see like, how I be doing it and how I be looking or whatever. But right now we're just gonna keep it personal. We're gonna keep it, this is my first one. and we're just gonna keep it cute. But I'm gonna be recording a second one after this because, excuse me, I want to do an episode with my friend Steffi because he really talented, he really good, he real chill. You like the vibes off of him. I do not like that my elephant is like flipping backwards now. I don't like that. But so I live in upstate New York. I've been born and raised in Western New York, and now I live in upstate New York, like out by like Albany or whatever. I'm not gonna give you my address. But with that being said, like I'm from Batavia, New York, which no one's ever heard of, and I grew up like in the Buffalo, Rochester area. So that's like where I spend most of my time. So that's just a little like quick, you know, like get to know me. I have puppies. I have a man. I have dogs. I have cats. Like a turtle, fish. Like I love animals. Sometimes I love animals even more than people. But anything else you want to know, just like, you know, ask me. So with that being said, we gonna start. So what I wanted to talk about today was like, I have a little sticky note, like as the day was going on, I just like wrote stuff that I wanted to talk about. So like this is literally a sticky note it says, and it just has like a couple things. But I've just noticed like lately, I don't even know how to get into this. Like I just feel like people like as a whole have like just been, oh, before I start, the song that I was playing when I walked in was Cowgirl with Nicki and Lourdes, whatever it is. That song's fire. The whole Pink Friday 2 album is fire. So get to streaming and get to buying because don't play with my bitch. One thing you're going to learn about me is I love me some Nicki Minaj. And I cuss, so if that's going to be a problem, like this just isn't going to work. Like I've been working on my cussing, but we're not there yet. It's a work in progress. That's that. Okay, so back to what I was saying is like, people lately just like in general have like been disappointing me. And this isn't me trying to be like, oh, my poor thing. Like I'm just saying like dead ass, like people as a whole, society as a whole, is just disappointing. And it's just like really weird to me. Like I've always said, you need to always like trust your gut and trust your instincts because no one knows you better than yourself. And for me personally, I find myself like a great judge of character. Like I can like figure people out in like minutes, hours, quickly. Most words, I can figure people out quickly. I can tell their true intentions. Like I already know what it is. Like I can tell if you're gonna be beneficial to my life or not. And it's just like people nowadays, like when you're open and honest with how you feel about something, or you're direct, or you were just like saying like, again, like how you feel, it is always becoming like a problem. Like, and then they gaslight you at the utmost. Like they be like, oh, well, I wasn't even like on that type of time, and why would you think that? And why would you do that? And then they do exactly what you said they're gonna do. It's just very much like, I feel like this is just like happening more and more frequently. Am I delusional? Because I be trying to make friends. The same friends that I've had are the same friends that I've had since high school, middle school. Like, and I find myself like really struggling to like branch out and make friends because I treat my friendships like they almost like relationships. And what I mean by that is like I have not high expectations for my friends, but I have boundaries put in place, and I have that for everything. I do not let those boundaries get crossed whatsoever. I don't do that. Because once you do that, once you let a homeboy slide, once you let a homeboy slide, the homeboy, homegirl, they gonna skate. And I don't like that. Because a lot of people, like, they don't take them as serious as I am. Because, like, I notice even, like, a lot of my friends will be like, oh, well, you know, we friends, and then we not, and then we friends, and then we not. I don't do all that. Like, when I want to get to know someone or genuinely, like, have a relationship with somebody, regardless if it's, like, romantic or not, like, I have boundaries that I put in place. And once you cross them, like, we're done. I don't know if it's a cancer in me, but when I say, like, we done. Like, we never gonna be close as we used to be. I just don't do that. I ain't got time for that. So, like, that's why I'm just sitting here, like, always trust your gut, and, like, don't let them gaslight you. Like, if you were telling them, like, how they're making you feel, and they want to flip it on you and say that you did something wrong, that's fine, you can feel that way, but don't you sit there and try to convince me to believe that I did something wrong if you over here know damn well that you acting a hot romperoon, rickety-crickety, ookity spookity mess. Like, I hate that ish. Like, I do not like when people do that. It annoys me to the utmost, and I've noticed, like, as time goes on, they doing it more and more. And I don't know if it's, like, the water, the weather, the social climate. I do not know what it is, but people are out of their ragged-ass minds. People be acting all the way brand new. And there's some shit with which I will not put. And I found myself, like, being like, what is wrong with you? Are you delusional? Are you dumb, stupid, or are you dumb? I'm still trying to figure it out and work it out amongst myself, but I just had to put that out there. If you feel like these people are being a hot ass mess, it's not a feeling. They really genuinely are. And they should be ashamed of themselves. Truly. But they're not. They just over here doing their thing because they just, not self-aware, just a hot ass mess. And like, regardless if that's friendships or if it's dating, like, they really out here trying it. And I just, don't settle. Please don't settle. If you just be like, oh, they cute or whatever, like, that's just a little matter of fault. No, it's code red, exit the fuck stage left immediately. Like, excuse me. Do not be doing all that. So, like, always trust your gut. And I don't know if it's just me, like I said, like, I have people figured out. Like, I'm not trying to sit there and say, like, I'm a psychic or whatever. But for the most part, like, when people, like, be contacting me, want to be friends or whatever, like, I usually have them figured out to a T, and I'm not being delusional. Like, I know what intentions are. I can see how you moving around me. I can see how you talking to me. I can see how you doing this and doing that. Like, I know how it's going, and no one's going to convince me otherwise. I have yet to be proven wrong. That's not saying that I won't be one day. I could be proven wrong. But from where I stand right now, I be knowing what's good. And very much like, I don't do this in a toxic way. It's just like a test. When I have people come, I let motherfuckers like hang themselves. When people come in when people come in my life, I let them hang themselves. And what I mean by that is like, if I ask you a question, I already know the answer. I'm just trying to see if you're gonna lie to me. And if you lie to me, it's a wrap. We done. So like, just, I guess that's like my tip of the day is ask questions, because you can't complain about something if you do not ask questions. And then if they do, if they honest, cool. But if they lie, run, because you probably already knew the answer and you just wanted to ask a question because you just wanted to hopefully like not disappoint yourself. And we don't need to do that in 2023. Like, let's not do that. And like, the double standards and hypocrisy that are going on in these streets. I've noticed, like, so I'm obviously like a homosexual. Gasp, cringe, I know. But in the gay community, did you notice like these people that they be like, oh, tops and bottoms, like tops have a personality and bottoms have a personality, and the versatile people have personality, and tops are usually seen as more masculine and the bottoms are seen as more feminine, and the verse people just like float somewhere in the middle. Sometimes they be masculine, sometimes they be feminine. I don't like that shit. And I'll tell you why. Is because the double standard that's going on right now, I've noticed, and I don't know if this has always been a thing, but tops get the male role and bottoms get the female role. Did you notice that one motherfucker over here saying like, he ain't a hoe because he just be gliding out in dudes, and then the bottom's a hoe because he just take dick, and the dude's not a hoe because he gives dick? Did you notice that, or am I bugging, or am I crazy? Because I see that happen all the time. Dudes will be like, oh no, I ain't no hoe. I ain't, been fucked in my ass like that. Sir, if you running in and out of the damn shop, you a hoe just like the bottom. You a hoe just like the bottom. Just because you not fucking a dude don't mean that you not any more or less of a hoe. If you fucking mad dudes, you a hoe. And don't do that, oh, I'm slut shaming. I'm just saying, like, as a double standard, because a lot of y'all like to call the bottoms a hoes just because they take dick, but the dude that give dick get a free pass, just like dudes that be fucking mad bitches, and he be a G, and when the girl fuck mad dudes, she be a hoe. It's the same thing in the gay community, so don't feel single out. I'm just saying, like, I just been, like, sitting back and watching, like, even these dudes that are, like, in the closet, they be like, oh, well, I'm fucking girly dudes, so, it ain't that bad, or I'm fucking, mad people, but, I wrap it up, so it's fine, like, it's cool. No, you a hoe just like the dude that you calling a hoe. You fucked him, didn't you? So if you fucked a hoe, people that frolic and play together, slay together. So very much, like, match that same energy. That's all I'm saying with that. And then last thing I'm going to say, because I'm just want to keep it cute, I want to keep it quick. The last thing I'm going to say is, like, this evil energy that's going around in this world today, you need to run and hide, because shit's happening, shit's coming. I don't know what it is, but it's coming, and it's coming for you, and it's coming in hot and cold, and hot and cold. So the bottom line is, like, the real lesson, the moral of the story of this, I just wanted to get, like, a video out, because, like, I've been saying for mad long that I was going to do, like, a video podcast, and I just never did. But my podcast, like, the purpose of my podcast is, like, my little journal. Like, I'm going to just, come on, I'm going to just say stuff, and then I'm going to just dip. Excuse me, again. I'm not gonna edit it like that because I want y'all to see like how I actually talk, how I actually act. Like I don't do the editing because that portrays someone as to like what they actually are not. So like, you know, like maybe if things get like bigger, then I'll do some editing. But right now I'm gonna keep it raw, real, unfiltered, uncut, pause. But very much like at the end of the day, like it's a cold world and zipper up. Because these people are buffoons, these people are ratchet, whack attack ass motherfuckers, and it's just very much like, if you feel a certain type of way, trust your gut. If you feel that something's not going right, trust your gut. If you feel like weird going on, trust your gut. And I am gonna be working on my cussing. I'm trying. Emphasis on trying. Because like I was raised with a mother that like cursed like a sailor, and it just I didn't cuss, like genuinely I did not cuss until I was like 18 because I was like scared of what my mom was gonna do and what my mom was gonna say. I didn't even cuss in school. My friends always used to try to have me cuss all the time, and I was not doing it. I refused. It just wasn't going to happen. But moral of the story is like, be yourself. If people over here coming for you all the time, you doing something right because you just sitting here chilling and they mad and mumbling and cackling at home. Like, moral of the story is, the third moral of the story is, because I just had two moral of the stories. The third moral of the story is like, keep the same energy. If you're gonna say something about this person, this and that, and the third, make sure you match that energy with everything else. Because we don't do all that fake fraudy back and forth. We don't like that. We don't like that. What's it called? We don't like that messy shit. So don't do all that. Moral of the story is, for the fourth, fuck what other people think and say or feel about you. It generally doesn't matter. Just make sure that you match your energy.
I know that's right. I know that's right. I know that's right. I know that's right.
And you know where to find me. I am on all streaming platforms, genuinely. And if you're watching this, that means that I finally did make it to the YouTube. And I will be doing better. I've been trying. I'm really working on it. Don't come for me. I'm trying to do better. It's just like I work a lot. And I know it's not an excuse. Everyone always has free time, you know, and if you really want to do something, you can make time. I'm making the time, okay? So don't be coming for me like that. Because I'm going to be back, and I'm going to be better than ever. Every fucking day. Let me not lie. Almost every motherfucking day.